Hello, year one, and welcome to your history lesson number 2. We are still going to be looking at homes, and what our focus is homes in the past. Today, we're going to be investigating though what's the same and what's different about houses. I really loved seeing what you'd done on your walk when you went out and you looked for houses in your area. Well done. Now, we're going to be having a look at some different houses and we're going to be comparing them. We're going to be looking at what's the same and what's different. You might need to look though very carefully because at first glance they might look exactly the same, but we need to be detectives and use our eyes to find the clues. Okay, so here I have a bungalow. Do you remember that word from last time? A bungalow is all on one floor. Now, what do we notice that's the same in this bungalow and what are different about these two bungalows? I'm going to get you to pause the video and have a chat with the person in the room. Welcome back. What did you notice that's the same? Well, if I'm looking at the bungalow, I can see they both have windows and a front door. Did you notice that? Yes, I did too. But what I noticed that was different was that the bungalow in the bottom corner of the screen, that one is made out of bricks because I can see they're quite small. Where the bungalow in the top corner of the screen is made out of stone. Did you know that? Yes. And the other thing that I noticed was that the front door on the bungalow in the top part of the screen is wooden, whereas the front door on the bungalow at the bottom is made out of UVPC, which is a little bit like plastic, but it's very, very strong plastic. So there are two differences. Excellent, though. You noticed lots there as well. You ready to look at some more? Okay. Here I've got, oh, can you remember this type of house? Began with a terraced house. That's right, the terraced house. That means the houses are all joined together in a row. Now, what do you notice that's the same here? And what do you notice that's different? Pause the video here. Have a chat with the person in the room. What did you notice? Should I tell you what I noticed? Well, I noticed that again, something that was the same was that they all had 3 floors. Can you see they've all got a window next to the front door, and then they've got a window above that, and then they've got a small window above that. And that's the same in both of those houses. But what I noticed that was different was again how they were created, how they were made. So what I found in the picture in the bottom, can you see that that's been built with bricks? And again, the one above has been built of stone. And I noticed that the tiles are different too. Did you see that? If you look really closely, the tiles are different on the picture in the top part of the screen than the tiles at the bottom part of the screen. They're different. I wonder if the doors are different again. Can't see, but what I have noticed is that the window frames are definitely different, aren't they? Looks like the doors might be the same. I think they both might be made out of wood, but the windows are different. We've got rectangular shapes in the top ones, and in the bottom ones, they're more small but put together, aren't they? Well, we've just got one window and a space and another window in the top part. With the bottom one, you've got 3 little windows together. You ready for another one? Let's have a look. What about this house? Can you remember what type of house this is? That's right, it's a detached house. That means it's not attached to any other house. What do you notice that's the same and what do you notice that's different here? Pause the video and have a talk to the person in the room. Welcome back. What did you notice? Well, I've noticed the same. They both have a garage attached to it. So the top picture, the garage is next to it. And the bottom picture, the garage is underneath part of the house. But what I noticed that was different, the top picture, that house is made out of bricks. where the bottom picture, is made out of wood. Can you see the lines going across that picture? That's planks of wood that has been put together to create that house. Another thing that I noticed that's the same on the windows, can you see on the top picture, they have green shutters. And on the bottom picture, they have black shutters. They also have a porch. Now, a porch is an area just in front of your front door. Some people have porches and some people do not. I don't have a porch in my house. Do you have one in yours? I've noticed that the house both have porches. Anything different that you notice there? The windows are definitely different, aren't they? I can see what's called on the top picture, the bottom window, it comes out of the house. That's called a bay window, where the windows on the other house, they're just long and flat, aren't they? So that's a difference too. Should we look at another house? Okay. These are very grand houses, aren't they? They're very, very big. I'd probably say these are possibly mansions. They are huge. But what do you notice that's the same? What do you notice that's different? Pause the video here. Have a chat with the person in the room. What did you notice? Well, first, the thing that I notice that's different is the colour. Can you see that the top one is built of a certain stone that's like a sandy colour, and the house at the bottom is built with a brick that's a red colour? So they're definitely built with different types of materials. The other thing that I've noticed is that they both have lots of rooms. So that's something that's very similar. And the reason why I know this, I'm looking, I can see lots and lots of windows on both of the houses. Something that's different is the chimney pots. The chimney pots on the top picture are very round and thin, where the chimney pots on the picture at the bottom, they're more rectangular, aren't they? They're very angular in the way that they're coming out of the roof. The roof is also a little bit different too, isn't it? What I notice it's the same though. They're both detached houses and they both have lots of windows, which we talked about earlier. Excellent. Let's move on to another one. Now, let's have a look at this house. What do you think this house is built from? What do you think the windows are made from? And what do you think the roof might be made from? And what material do you think the door is made from? I want you to pause the video here and you're going to jot down now on your piece of paper what you think each of those parts are made from, and so you think the house is built from, what material you think the door is made from, what you think the roof is made from, and what you think the windows are made from. Pause the video here and do that now for me. Welcome back. Shall we see what the house is built from? Okay, let's go. So now the main part of that house is built from bricks. Now lots of houses are built from bricks. Some are built from wood though as well. And this house is built from bricks, and bricks are made from clay. And what happens is that the clay is pushed into the brick shape, and then it is fired in a kiln, which is a really, really hot oven, and that makes the bricks really super strong. And then the bricks are used to build the house. And they use bricks often because they're very strong and they keep heat inside the house, which is very important. Now let's have a look at the windows. So the windows have panes made from glass. So the sheet of glass in the window, if you have a look at your window now, the sheet of glass in there is called a pane of glass. Now, some frames in windows are made from wood. So in my house, for example, the frames in my windows are made from wood. And it's because I live in a really old house. Whereas newer houses, and some old houses too, will have frames that are made from UPVC, which is like a special type of plastic. Remember I spoke about that before with the door? So sometimes houses might have these UPVC windows. What type of window frame do you have? Do you have a wooden one or do you have a UPVC one? Have a look now and see. Okay, now let's go to the roof. The roof is made up of lots of tiles. Now you can get small tiles and you can get really big tiles. And the tiles are made from clay, which is the same material as what the bricks are made from. Now, the bricks, remember, were really strong and they kept the heat inside the house. So it's a really good idea to build the roof, to make the roof with clay tiles. But not all houses have clay tiles on them. Did you know that some houses have a roof made out of straw? And that's called a thatched roof. Often, though, houses will have their roof tiles made from clay. Some houses, though, might have metal roofs, and some houses might have wooden roofs too, but mostly they're made from clay tiles. Now the door is different to the door that we had a look at last time. This door is made from wood. What's your front door made from? My front door is made from wood. Is your front door made from wood or UPVC, like the windows? And my front door has been painted with white paint. What colour is your front door? I'd really like to know all these answers to these year one, okay? So we are going to go into our activity time now. I'd like you to have a look at these 8 pictures of houses. Should we quickly go through them so we know what they are? We've got lots of different types. We've got terraced houses, we've got detached houses, we've got bungalows, we've got mobile homes, we've got stately homes, we've even got a hut there as well. Now I want you to have a look at 2 of those pictures, okay? And you can pick 2. And if you like, you can draw them into the box, or you can cut them out if you print this out and stick it onto your box. And I want you to write down what's the same about the 2 houses you've chosen and what's different about the 2 houses that you've chosen. And once you've done that, we have got a tick box. And you're going to have a look at house number 1, and there's lots of different categories, and you'll need to tick if they've got that and cross if they've not got it. So you will need to think about, does it have windows? Does it have a door? Does it have a garage? Does it have more than 1 floor? Is it made from bricks? Does it have a chimney? Does it have a roof? Does it have a front garden? Does it have steps leading to the door? And is it attached to any other houses? So I'm really looking forward to you having a go, children, at creating your different types of houses, and you can draw a picture or cut it out, and looking at what's the similarities and what the differences are between those houses. And then you're going to assess the houses and tick or cross what they have. Have fun doing this, year 1, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your work. You take care now. Bye.